Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Plano East Baseball Stadium. I'm here with the head coach from Plano East. Coach, talk to us about the beginning of district play. I mean, first you come into district pretty hot, and then district play, something happens. Tell us about the early part of district play.
You know, I think bottom line is we just weren't very good. Just to put it bluntly, we had problems, throwing and catching the baseball was the biggest part of it, and then back that up by not swinging the bats very well. So we got off to a rough start. You know, Marcus got after us pretty good, and then we got a W against Plano West, and then Allen got after us good, and then after that it seems like something's clicked with our kiddos, and they've battled and pulled themselves up by their bootstraps, so to speak, and we've played really well, and we've gotten really great pitching, as evidenced tonight by Ryan Boucher, who took a no-hitter into the seventh, and we've just been able to put some things together, and kids, went in, give us a little bit of confidence, and kids are playing with really good confidence right now, and things have gone well. You know,
Coach, when we were at the Plano Wildcat baseball stadium last week, some of the parents, I was just kind of listening to the parents talk, and they seemed to feel a lot of confidence away from home, but yet they felt like they didn't have much confidence at home. Talk to us about some of the home struggles you've had so far this year in district play.
Yeah, well, the biggest ones was, those first two out of three district ball games where we were here and just did not play very well. And we had a couple scrimmages here, and then our first home game was our first district game. So, it was kind of a road game for us anyway. But, but when we got on the road, I don't know if we just seemed to focus a little bit better or what, but, here in the last, 3 or 4 weeks, we've started to focus in and feel more comfortable at home. And, partly that's my fault. I need to schedule more home games before we start district. So, but I think once we settled in and everything's been good.
Coach, let's now talk about the evolution of this. I mean, we've gone from struggling early on in district to now, we're top of the district here at Plano East. How does that feel? How do your ball players feel in the locker room and when they get ready to come out for a ball game now that they know, hey, we're number one in district, folks?
Right. Well, and I think, a lot of these guys thought other people weren't giving us the credit that, these guys in our locker room thought we deserved. And, the only way that you can get that is to go play well. And, they've kind of used that as a chip on their shoulder. And, I don't know how many people were looking for us to do some things. And, they've taken that to heart and jumped on it. But, just stringing some wins together and playing well and not making errors defensively and making those kind of just the normal routine plays is huge. We preach that day in and day out. And, they've taken hold of it, and they're a confident bunch anyway. And so, getting these wins and being at the top gives them a little swagger, and that's how we like to play.
Boucher comes out ahead of the batters. I think the first 9 batters, if I scored it right, he's on top of them. How did that make you feel as a coach, knowing that your pitcher is getting ahead of the batters?
It's huge, and that's what we preach is pound the strike zone, and he's been very good at that here, and he's always been good at that. But he's found a confidence within himself that he's got good enough stuff to go out and attack these guys and be able to throw the ball over the plate, and they're not going to square a whole lot of balls up. And he's done that for the most part, and he's been great. He's given up 3 hits in the last 14 innings and one earned run. So,
wow, that's great stuff.
He's been outstanding for us, and so that it all revolves around pitching and defense. It always has, it always will. And if you can string some hits together, and he and Brandon, our other pitcher, and Alex Stewart did a great job last night against Marcus in relief, and our pitchers have done a really good job during the streak.
Now talk to us about what you as a coach are thinking as your pitcher goes into a 7th inning with a no-hitter, because Ryan went into this game here, into the 7th inning with a no-hitter. And Plano West, we both know, they've struggled dramatically at the plate this year. Pitching is strong, generally speaking. Hitting not so good this year. Did you have the rest of the team kind of go away from Ryan there towards the at-bat and kind of give him some space? Or what do you do as a coach?
Well, I've had the luxury of about it's been 4 or 5 years ago now. We had a no-hitter that one of our kids threw, and it's just a deal where you try to just repeat what you've done throughout the entire of the ball game. And these kids have played enough baseball. They're very well schooled of, hey, you got to be here, And then, first we give up the little base hit, the little flare, and I hear somebody in the dugout, oh, man, you sat in the wrong or something. You just know it. You never know. Somebody's blaming it on something because we sat in the wrong spot. But, you just keep trying to, you know, you look at you just fall back on your scouting charts and your hitting charts that you have on opponents, and just, you know, keep working them the way you've been working them the entire night, and you know, it just happened to get one off the end there and not carry quite far enough for us to get to it. So,
what's been the change in pace or the difference maker for these guys going to the plate?
Well, we've had our woes. We had our woes before we got to district, that's for sure. You know, I think it's just a growing process, and as much baseball as they play in the summer with all the select leagues and all that kind of stuff, their philosophy for their summer team may be different than what we're trying to do. So it takes a little while to adjust, and we try to, even in our preseason stuff and our tournaments and all that kind of stuff, we're still trying to figure out who's playing where and all that stuff. So once these guys settle in and get in a groove, that helps a little bit. And we got off to a slow start last night. We were down 4-0, and we're able to scratch back and get our way and find a win in 9. But you know, we just preach being aggressive. We want to be aggressive early in the count if we can, and you know, we call it aggressive, not anxious. Mm-hmm. So we still want to see the baseball deep and hit the ball hard somewhere if we can. But you know, that's just the way we do it program wide. We want to be aggressive, and you know, sometimes it's hard to get them into that mode, but they've, you know, kind of bought into that, and they've done a really good job. I'm very proud of them. They've really battled and showed some heart and grit, and that's what, you know, we talk about competition every day in practice, and they're competing right now and doing a really good job. I'm proud of them.
I am too, Coach. Hey, thank you tonight.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Thank
Happy
you.
Easter.
You too.
Enjoy your Easter vacation.
Will do.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here at Plano East with the head coach for the Plano East baseball varsity team, and they're on a run. They're first atop district, and tonight they go out with a 3-0 victory. Ryan Boucher with a 2-hitter and giving up no runs and having the shutout tonight. So we look forward to more Plano East baseball as we watch them go through the district and hopefully jump into the state tournament.